Punchies. I hope they do. Punchies. If you don't, go onto my YouTube account and look for the first VR gameplay one. It will say VR gameplay. Look for the first one. Oh, I'm playing this again. Yes. If anyone's watching, everyone in the future. Hello. Oh God.
Welcome back, Agent. I hope you enjoyed your nap.
No! Bombs. God. Molotov speed run. Oh. Cool. My gun! Hello everyone. Whoa, flame out, put the flame out, oh God, oh, black fedora. Me! Got it, whew. No! It's not working. No! Anyway, let's get started.
Alright then, let's make sure your implants are working properly. We wouldn't want any incidents to tarnish our perfect track record. I find... Do you see that white circle? That's your aiming reticle. You can move it with the left stick. When it turns blue, you can interact with or pick up whatever it is hovering over by using the R2 button. Try picking up a book from one of the shelves in the room. Ooh, make it a good one. Place the aiming reticle over a book, then use the R2 button to pick it up.
Why?
Use the white circle with the left stick. When it turns blue over a book, hold the R2 button to pick it up. I'm confident in your picking abilities. Well done. Now, look to your left. Do you see the door? We know how much you love targets, so we've delivered one to you. Pick it up if you would.
1 minute, give me that.
Please pick up the target in the basket on the door to your left.
I'm not listening to
You wouldn't be
you.
labeled unfit for service due to
Oh, God.
inability to pick up a target, would you? How embarrassing that would be.
Not 1 minute. 1 minute. What wrong? That shouldn't even be burning. But they're useless now.
Please pick up the target in the basket on
Yeah.
the door to your left. You wouldn't want to be labeled unfit for service. Well done. I wish we could afford real plants, but our dry martini budget is disproportionate to, well,
Where's my
excellent
gun?
work. Let's try one more if you're feeling frisky. Hover the third target over the round table to your right. Well placed. Now, there's only one thing we do to targets around here. Well, two if you count placing them. Pick up the gun next to you and try shooting it
Come.
by pressing the X button. Great shot. Now, try to shoot another target. You're being graded.
Ha!
Only one target left. Will you pass this rigorous test? You passed! Now, being
Luck!
prudent, you may never understand using more than a gun, but I assure you, it's possible. I've left you a
What
very
was-
cryptic note by the projector. Try picking it up and hovering it in the air.
Ah!
If you don't pick up my note, you'll never read my clever message. Hold the R2 button to pick it up. And I don't normally condone the use of fire indoors, but the agency does have a state-of-the-art sprinkler system. Pick up the lighter on your left and press the X button to light it. Burn my note.
That's okay in here.
Press the X button to use a held object. I give you permission to burn the note I wrote you. I won't be offended.
Oh, this!
Opening drawers and compartments will be instrumental in navigating the various desks you may encounter on your dangerous missions. Grab the top drawer handle to your right and use the left stick to open it. It contains instructions you may want to read later. You're in tip-top shape. I dare say we could double your workload, but we'd never do that. Would we? No. Well,
Where's that? Oh.
we're call-
Let's go. Is anyone here? If anyone's here, send me a message. Okay. Oh, revolver! Wouldn't that kill me though?
Why this car can never reach Zanzibar. It has some of the most high-tech weaponry in Dr. Zor's considerable
Yeah,
arsenal.
even a
Naturally,
revolver.
we'd like to poke at it a bit. Drive it off the plane, and you may just earn that vacation you're always going
Ah! Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it there. Oh, poison gas. There. That's really boring. You don't even have it. Woo! Money, money, money. It's fake. What's that? That's good to hear. Ah! Oh. I think I'm needing this to do some...
Present eye for retina scan. Move head closer to scanner.
1 minute.
Scan avoided. Targeting. Laser avoided. Deploying secondary countermeasures.
What's that? Ah, bomb! Bomb!
The
Bomb!
old
Bomb!
ticking
Bomb!
I'm partial to plastic explosives
So
myself.
green,
but you
no,
must
it would be the
respect
other way
the
round, wouldn't
classics.
it? Because
I believe defusing bombs is covered
Yeah,
in basic
green.
training, yes?
oh, how to arm your bomb? Oh.
No ticking is good ticking, as they say. Now,
What
can
about
we
clock?
please focus on getting
Ah,
the call
time.
out of the
Oh,
peak?
that's intelligent. No! I have that. I don't like what?
System resetting. Weapons online. Deploying scorpions.
What? What? I didn't mean for that.
Next message.
Zor, there is an urgent matter to discuss. Contact me on a secure line immediately.
Oh wait, that's scorpions. Oh god. No. Ooh! Like. Ah! Ah, my lighter! No, quick! Oh. God. Smoke bomb, it said. Oh. Cha-ching! Sorry, but gone. So if that doesn't do anything good. Hey, how did that get? Money. Aha!
That will teach Zor to use his car as
1
a
minute,
piggyback.
isn't there a thing as make money rain? Where there is. Dynamite, I might as well. Probably. Whoa!
A bit unconventional, but then again, convention never was your strong suit. You'd better drive the car off the plane.
Woo! Oh, yeah!
Parachutes deployed.
Parachutes. Oh, yeah, there's parachutes. I remember I read it. Oh, I know how to...
We finished dissecting Zor's car, and only 2 technicians died in the process.
Smoking
A new
break.
record. A few of Zor's call phone
my.
messages were from the head of a pharmaceutical company that produces lady shampoo. I hope
guns
they have plenty
away.
on hand, because things are about to get heavy and dirty. Thus the need for the shampoo.
Money, money, money. Grenade. Oh, there it is. Ah. 35 seconds though. Oh. Let's do this one, might as well.
Now, because I have a passing fondness...
Oh, go away. Ow! Huh?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. The train has run into a bit of a problem. But don't worry, we will sort it out and have you moving again shortly. For your safety, please remain in your cabin.
What? Oh my god! That looks like that. That... Oh. Oh, Fedora! Yes. Come on, that's obvious. What did that do? Oh, that. I think this needs to go in my ear.
Well done. I have a small favor to ask that has nothing to do with work. This is a vacation, after all. Oddly enough, a Zor agent is aboard your train and wishes to help us by defecting to our side. It's quite the coincidence that you'd both be on the same train. Really, what are the chances? You'll find out which cabin they're in by tapping into the
100.
phone system. Great job. Not that this is a job, obviously. Before getting back to enjoying your very real vacation, find out which cabin the defector is in and send them something with the agency logo on it.
Agency. Ah, this is the agency. Oh, 1 minute, I have to pick up that. Hey, my fedora. I think it's a fedora. I actually don't know. Oh,
Look at that. A free gift. I couldn't be more jealous of all the fun you're having.
thanks.
Anyway, send the defector something agency-related to make contact.
This. I'm just doing it randomly. Ah, that actually hurts my ears. Flashbangs! Oh god! I'm dead! Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, it was right. That's a coincidence.
Listen closely. I'm only going to explain this once. I need to know I can trust you. Send me the pardon, and I will send you the intel you want.
Oh, this is a pardon. Do you mean this? Should I burn it? Oh, I don't have a lighter. Cha-ching.
Thank you. I can now pursue my music wherever it takes me. The device I sent has what you want. The combination is the date of my birthday. And
211.
Can't believe it.
Probably.
Killed her.
No, probably didn't.
Get that device open, Agent.
Or did I? Actually don't know.
Well done. One last thing. Insert that tape into the room. It will transmit the defector's intel to us.
Is there anything in... Oh no, what's this? What?
Perfect. We're receiving the data. Transmitting it has apparently alerted Zor's assassins to your position.
What?
For that.
Room service.
Flashbang service. Oh. God.
Ah, the old gun through the mail slot trick. I used to do that at the office when I was an agent. I was asked to stop.
Oh!
Ah, the old spear through the ceiling trick. Never got a chance to do that one at the office.
Oh God! Run! Ah! Ah! Grenade. Woo! Oh, I was even right. Can I have that gun? I want that gun.
it would seem Zor underestimated both of us. You impressed me. But let's not celebrate quite yet. Zor's backup is on its way.
What do you mean
We've
back up?
received reports of a low-flying aircraft in your area. Pilots these days, don't they know that could be dangerous?
Ah! Well, that was easy.
Just like in the movies. Remarkable.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our little problem has been resolved.
Yeah! I got a machine gun! Ah, God.
It's done. I'm free. I would tell you to come find me someday, but I get the impression you couldn't leave this life behind. So instead, I will just say thank you
Fedora.
and goodbye.
No, my Fedora! Wait a minute, is this the end?
well, that ends well, as they say. You've escaped in a pod in the Caribbean, blew up a lodge in the Alps, crash-landed a car in
Shall I
exotic
skip
Zanzibar,
credits?
broke a
Yeah,
window
goodbye.
on a building down the street, and enjoyed.
Yeah, goodbye.
Still additional objectives to complete, I'm sure. Carry on.
This is a commentary bubble. The button you just pressed toggles them on and off. They are now on in all of the puzzles, as well as this room. They contain I Expect You to Die currently supports many control schemes, and while that broadens the potential player base, it also comes with significant challenges. The tools behind our tutorial system are quite robust, so that we could create different slide orderings and focus on different aspects for each control scheme. Try the different controllers and you'll see what I mean. Another thing we wanted to keep in mind was close interactions versus far interactions. Sometimes far interactions can set up a grand scale of things, but really it's the close interactions that work the best in VR. Freezing things and being able to look all around them is really cool. Being up close and personal is more fun in VR. Another thing we wanted to keep in mind was close interactions versus far interactions. Sometimes far interactions can set up a great...
One of the problems we had to solve on I Expect You to Die was objects getting hidden behind other objects in a level. Players would constantly lose objects behind desks and chairs while solving the puzzle. Using physics raycasts against every object in the scene to determine if the player can see it wasn't a viable solution due to performance concerns. Instead, we came up with an approximation called hidden volumes. A hidden volume is essentially a trigger volume that does two things when an object falls into it. First, it applies a special extra shader to the object so that it can be seen through other objects. And then, it puts the object on a separate physics layer, which allows the player to highlight and pick up objects through other objects.
Drunk. Wait, what was that? Closing credits. I bet it's going to be updated.
You have to be careful when you're conducting playtests in VR to make sure that your guests aren't too immersed. We've had a half dozen or so people fall right out of their chairs they're reaching for things. That's why we put a nice soft rug underneath our playtesting chair to protect both the hardware and people's knees.
Well, that doesn't really do anything.
One thing that we kept in mind as we were designing puzzles was, can items be used for more than one purpose? For instance, the bottle is fun to play around with. You can pop the cork, release the champagne, have a little moment of celebration, but you can also break the bottle and use the shards of glass to cut the wires on the bomb. Is it the multi-tool or the unitasker? Whenever possible, we go for the multi-tool.
So, 1 minute. Friendly skies. Let's go. There was one that you... Oh, that's cool.
You may be wondering why this car can never reach Zanzibar. It has some of the most high-tech weaponry in Dr. Zor's considerable arsenal. Naturally, we'd like to poke at it a bit. Drive it off the plane, and you may just earn that vacation you're always going on about.
So you can use that to cut the wire.
In I Expect You to Die, we use a surface-based collision audio system. The game uses 4 different types of surfaces, which are hard, soft, glass, and metal. Every object that can be picked up has a normal hitting sound and a heavy hitting sound for each of these surface types. When an object collides with the world, we first determine the type of surface it collided with, and then we use the collision velocity to blend the normal hitting sound and the heavy hitting sound for that surface type.
So we were presented with this idea of a button that releases a pile of scorpions. Bonnie and I thought it was hilarious and had a fun time trying to figure out what we could record. We started with some plastic tongs from the studio's kitchen for the claws. We also had a whole bunch of plastic straws that we had cut up into small pieces for another recording session. So I grabbed a handful of those and started bouncing them around in my palms. The result sounded like a bunch of little crunchy bug feet skittering around, so we recorded Bonnie clacking the tongs like castanets while I bounced these little straw pieces around in my palms. We must have looked ridiculous. But mix in a little hissing sound and you've got yourself a pile of scorpions.
The original phone messages were all submitted by fans and a few Shell folks via a voice mailbox that Shell Games advertised on our blog. The distortion you hear is real. Anthony Daniels' lines, as Daniel Sands, were added after the creation of the other 3 puzzles to foreshadow Puzzle 2.
Scan failed. Targeting. Laser avoided. Deploying secondary countermeasures.
For location, we wanted something that was familiar and had good affordances. That is, things around you would lend themselves to natural interactions you could immediately grasp.
I accidentally did the green one. Well, that's actually pretty...
You may be wondering why this car can never reach Zanzibar. It has some of the most high-tech weaponry in Dr. Zor's considerable arsenal. Naturally, we'd like to poke at it a bit. Drive it off the plane, and you may just earn that vacation you're always going on about.
Laser avoided. Deploying secondary countermeasures.
Oh, the old ticking bomb. I'm partial to plastic explosives myself, but you must respect the classics. I believe defusing bombs is covered in basic training, yes? No ticking is good ticking, as they say. Now, can we please focus on getting the car out of the plane?
Weapons offline.
The one there.
Originally, this car puzzle was going to be the 3rd puzzle in the game, with 2 before it also taking place on the plane. The gas was going to be released into the cargo hold during the 2nd puzzle, explaining its presence during the 3rd puzzle. Now it's just part of the dangerous environment that you started.
I get that one. How do I get...
System deploying scorpions.
Oh my god. No, that's scary. That's actually...
A bit unconventional, but then again, convention never was your strong suit. You'd better drive the car off the plane before something else explodes.
No! I don't know. No!
This is mine.
What is?
It's
Do I care?
yeah.
I don't.
Yes, it is.
I don't.
You're a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar.
Liar.
I don't
We
care.
finished dissecting Zor's car, and only 2 technicians died in the process. A new record. A few of Zor's car phone messages were from the head of a
The
pharmaceutical...
I Expect You to Die you are playing now is the end result of many, many iterations.
Because think,
This villainous librarian was the antagonist in one of those iterations.
dirty.
And speaking of iterations, we completed many of them with the help from our playtesters. Early in development, we'd have coworkers try prototypes, or even cardboard mock-ups of puzzles. Then we would bring naive players into our offices to playtest the game in white box form. That is, most of the art would be untextured, simple forms, mostly cubes. Then later we'd continue almost daily in-house testing, as well as sending the game
Goodbye,
out to third-party
everyone.
testing
Leon.